multidimensional work in application to my business and other people's businesses. So today I want to tell you about the key energy adjustments that you need to be aware of. Those are the energy adjustments that helped me create 100K months. So you might be right now making some mistakes in your business that are not allowing you to get to even 10K months, never mind 100K months. So maybe you are at the place where you're dreaming really big and you have these amazing ideas about what you want to create in your business. And it feels so awesome to tune in to that really big dream. Like I speak a lot to my clients when they come to me asking that question, like, what's your vision for your business? And I hear things like, I'm going to impact a huge number of people. I'm going to create a large difference on the planet and change this world. I'm going to help to elevate consciousness of human beings and so on. Those are all very lofty goals, but if you're not seeing the results right now, even though you seem to be doing something, that means there are probably some issues here. So one of the mistakes you might be making is that you might be, as a spiritual person, looking for something that feels good and then mistaking that for being aligned. In the business, this is a very important. As a business coach for, as I said, over 25 years, I've seen that a lot in spiritual people. People who are not really consciousness oriented, they don't do that. They just kind of internally figure out like, okay, I'm going to do whatever it is that I'm going to do, and that's it. Spiritual people tend to always tune in, right? We listen to our intuition. We think that it's intuition when it's actually fear. You might think that doing something like a big energy upgrade within you should be easy. And it's true that there is ease, there is a momentum, there's something that's supposed to happen when it is aligned. But there is a big difference between something that just always feels good versus something that is aligned. There are plenty of times, and I can testify from my own journey and watching my clients, where doing something that is right for you, that is right for your soul mission, that is right for your business, that is right for your clients, does not always feel good. It's still aligned, it's still the right thing to do. But if we're always in this search of, it should just always feel good. So as soon as it doesn't feel good, that means it's wrong. That means I must be doing something wrong. So put in the comments one or anything that you're experiencing about that, because that is such a common issue that I see a lot. When people say like, well, as soon as it doesn't feel good, that means I'm doing something wrong. And it's like, no, a lot of times when we're doing something right, something aligned to our soul, that still means you gotta go through a lot of internal crap. You gotta clean up a lot of internal issues. You got to shed some of the inner limitations or conditioning or programming or whatever it is that your brain picked up and then imprinted your body with. So no, it's not always gonna feel good, even if it's right. Even if it is a correct action for your business. So it is really important to learn to differentiate between something that just feels good because it's easy and you didn't have to do any internal work versus something that is aligned and a lot of times actually requires a lot of inner work and sometimes outer work as well to make your business successful so that it is aligned to your soul mission. Okay? Another problem I see is that you might be in this position right now worrying about what other people think. I hear this so often when people say like, well, I'm not ready, that this is not perfect because, if I put it out, somebody might judge it. And I'm here to tell you, yes, somebody will judge it. That's part of being a human being in the human community. Not every person is going to agree with you, especially if what you're putting in is very unique message. The more opinionated you get, the more unique you get, the more you're going to get somebody disagreeing with you. But it's not the end of the world because those are not the people who will become your clients. Those are not the people whose opinion you need to really care about. People have the right to disagree. That's okay. People have the right to voice that disagreement, hopefully politely, but it does not mean anything more than that. Like when I talk about how business is If it's in alignment, there is ease and momentum, but it's not always easy. I get sometimes comments that tell me like, well, no, you're wrong. It should be all easy, otherwise it's not aligned. Well, I know in my being that's not true. I've seen this in my clients that it's not true. I've seen that anytime you persevere through an internal issue and allow yourself to hold yourself to a higher standard and actually hold yourself as a premium spiritual coach, you do better in your business. And yeah, that's not always easy, but there is incredible ease that starts to happening when you are in a flow of your business. So being able to speak your mind, speak your message, speak your vision is the key component of attracting to you the correct clients. So if you're in a place where you're constantly afraid, what if somebody would think? Well, you either need to, if those are specific people, just take them off your list or block them on the Facebook so they don't see your posts, like maybe it's your family members. Or if it's just a generalized fear, well, there's some internal work to be done. Because we literally cannot have a business out into the world that is soul-based, that is spiritually aligned, if we are terrified to say what we mean to say. How can you speak your truth at the highest level where you're afraid that somebody might not like it? And somehow that's going to affect you. So it is our job to gain mastery within ourselves, to be able to speak our message without worrying about what other people will think. Your only job is to know, am I aligned? Is this a truth? Am I actually saying what I'm meant to be saying? What is in my heart of hearts? If it is, then you just go with that. And other people's opinions should only be important if those people are the ones paying you money. If those people are the ones being in your circle who you really respect, they're either your coaches, your peers, or they are somebody that you're actually seeing as clients. Anybody else's opinion is not really important because those are not the people who you want in your circle anyway. They are not affecting your business. But you can be very much miscreating in your business if you're worrying about what other people think. Okay? So another thing I see that is a mistake that maybe people are making, maybe you're one of those, is looking for things to be easy instead of simple. Simplicity is not the same thing as ease. So simplicity actually is a very different experience. Simple means that there are less moving parts and there is more focus on specific components. Ease means that you're in a flow of things. Easy means you don't have to do any work. And if you're under assumption that having a business that generates 10,000 or 20,000 or 100,000 a month is going to be no work, then you can't really have a business. So any business, there is work involved. And really, if you're a person who wants to have a lot of you helping other people, there's going to be work involved in doing so. So this is a common misconception that somehow if you spiritually aligned and everything is great, that means automatically you will have no hardship of any kind. That is just not true. So one of the issues also is the belief that you have to be someone you're not. You have to be some glamorous person, somebody totally famous or amazing, or Instagram star or Facebook star or something like that. And quite often out of integrity as well, with the, glamorous photos everywhere that don't actually reflect your lifestyle or whatever, in order to be able to generate significant income in your business. That is actually completely not true. Another misconception is that you have to somehow work really, really hard all the time. So if you're working hard at the lower level of your business, when you're bringing in maybe 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000, and then you're thinking, okay, I just want to scale to 10. Forget 100 for the moment. I just want to get to 10,000 a month and feel like, okay, I know what I'm doing. And that means I have to work even harder than what I've been doing so far. How is that going to happen? I can barely make it now. So those two, the last two that I just named, that you have to be somebody glamorous and amazing, or that you have to work harder and harder and harder, both of them are not true. And they are one of the main saboteurs. So if we go back to the topic of this video, which are the energy adjustments that one has to make in order to be able to create a business empire that is aligned with their soul purpose, with their soul mission. These two components really need to be looked at, because those are misconceptions based on a belief that is actually limiting you. Belief that says, unless you're out of integrity, you cannot make a lot of money. That is not true. There are plenty of people, including myself, who are very much in integrity. I will turn away people who want to pay me money because I don't feel aligned with the person. And so are my clients. We don't always take somebody into our program just because the person comes in and say, hey, I can't afford it. I think I want to do it. If it's not aligned, we choose to say no. That's in integrity. The same thing if there is something to be said in your message. It is your job to actually go and say it, no matter how scary it is for you, because that's what it means to fully show up. So you can generate a lot of income being in integrity without having to be famous or known or glamorous or anything like that. And even though obviously in a business a work of some sort will be involved, because business is work, but it is your soul work. It's not a hardship work. It's not a survival work. It is a soul work that is actually evolving you as you go through your business. So for the ones of you who are meeting me for the first time, I am Eugenia Oganova. I am a business coach. I am a energetics coach as well. I am clairvoyant from birth. So I see multidimensional reality, and I'm very grounded and practical in what I teach in business and marketing. I help you save years of pressure and forcing yourself into strategies that feel like they're limiting you because they're cookie cutter components that don't actually fit you. And instead, I help you figure out your natural way, your soul design, and then build your business on that. That way you can feel good in your business, you can have that ease that you're looking for, and you can have momentum that actually allows you to build your business to 10K months, 20K months, and even 100K months, because it's the same system, it's the same sequence of steps. Once you understand that they are not a cookie cutter steps, they are steps based on you. So whatever is matching your journey, that's what I help you find and amplify so that you can actually live your soul mission. So before I tell you the actual components or the energy adjustments, I'll give you 3, that you really need in order to scale your business to never mind 100,000 a month like I did, but even 10,000 a month. I want to ask you here a question. So if you could be in integrity, 100%, so you know you're aligned, you're in integrity, and you're fully in alignment with your soul mission, with what you meant to do here, and you can generate $100,000 per year, so you're at 6 figures, how would you feel? So put in the comments, what would be your experience? If you could be in integrity, in alignment with your mission, if you are bringing the 6 figures, doing your soul work that you really wanted to do, how would that feel for you? So whatever came up, those are the things that either it showed you the vision, right? So maybe you felt the expansion, or maybe it showed you what is in the way. Maybe your inner critic voice started to yell at you from the inside about, oh, that's not possible. Well, who are you to do this? Or this is not how it works. Notice those things. That's not bad when it happens. It's actually opportunity for you to be aware of what's in there and what can be cleaned up. Okay? Now imagine instead of a 6 figures for a year, what if it's 6 figures in 1 month? How would that feel for you? Just for a moment. Even if it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen tomorrow for you. But what would that experience be for you? Who would you have to be able to be in a place where that is okay, when that is actually a good feeling for you? Yeah. So here is what I had to decide in order to get my business to be able to generate 100,000 a month and more in some months. So you can understand what are the energy adjustments that are required for you to scale your business from maybe 1 to 3,000 a month to 10 and beyond. Hopefully much further beyond, if that is what you're here to do and impact a lot of people and really deeply change people's lives and be the leader in human consciousness. Okay, so first energy adjustment is I had to take my business seriously. Not just my soul mission part, but the actual business. This is the mistake I see so often spiritual entrepreneurs make. If you're a personal transformation coach or a healing mentor or somebody who deals with women's empowerment or whatever it is that's sort of in a spiritual coaching category, this is what I see so often, that they definitely taking their soul mission seriously, like their soul purpose. They're working with clients, but they're not taking their business seriously. And business is actually kind of another side of the spiritual side. They have to come together if you want to bring in income. See, money is linked to the business part through which it then supports your soul mission part so that you can be fully resourced for doing your soul work. But if you are focusing on your soul work and completely ignoring the business because you don't like it, because it doesn't feel good, because you think it's something that you have to do that's not for you or not your way and so on, and then you feel trapped in that, well, then you're not actually choosing to take your business seriously. You're just kind of putting it aside saying, like, I don't know, somehow this is just going to work because I'm doing my soul work. And this is where you see people showing up and teaching a lot, showing up and putting a lot of material out there, and then wondering why is it that they're not signing any clients? Or why is it that you keep attracting clients that only want to pay you, I don't know, $100 or $200 and definitely not $5,000 or $10,000? The problem here is if you're not taking your business seriously, you're not looking for the solutions to whatever right now might make you feel trapped or limited in some cookie cutter systems. And I'm here to tell you from 25 years of experience, there is always a solution. I found solutions for my clients to a lot of the problems that they thought were unsolvable. That's because everything is possible. In this universe, there are always ways to do the same thing in many different ways, not just one way. You can find a solution to whatever you happen to not currently like in your business in a way that actually supports you and helps you generate income. So first adjustment that is required in order to get you to actually generating higher income in your business is you have to take your business component seriously, not just your soul mission part, the purpose part. Okay? Another main adjustment, so I said I'm going to give you 3, so this is number 2, is that you must do the work. Do whatever it takes until it takes. That's it. This is the adjustment I had to make within myself, that it is a requirement to show up and keep going. And a number 3 adjustment is to simplify so that your business structure is actually light. So 3 adjustments energetically I had to make within myself to get my business to 100K months is, first, I had to take my business seriously. Second, I had to do the work, whatever it takes until it takes. And 3, I had to simplify so I had a lighter structure. So let's unpack those 3 a little bit just so I can give you a little more explanation that you can apply to your business literally right now. Okay? So taking business seriously, that means following through on your commitments. So look at what have you made decisions about and then you did not follow through. Just really look through your life in general, but especially last year and going into this year. What has been internally committed to or decided, or you had an idea about it and you said, all right, great, I'm doing it. And then you didn't do, and then you didn't follow through, and then something happened and you got distracted, and then it got too hard and you didn't want to face it, and so on. Look for those things. Put a 2 in the comments if that's something that you tend to struggle with. That is not something to be ashamed of. That's just something to work on in order to internally change. because it is an essential component of being able to have your business actually working, is that whatever you commit to, you follow through on your word to yourself. Never mind to other people. If you choose to sign up with somebody for something, you show up and you do what it is. If you tell your client you're going to, send them something, make sure you send them that thing instead of have the client ask you for it. Oh, you forgot to send me. Make sure you proactively show up. That requires some level of internal organization, some structure in your business to really bring you to the place where you are following through on what you said. Okay? The second thing is doing the work. So this is the part about not giving up no matter what. Gaining mastery of your emotional waves. Because there's always going to be like, oh, I'm so excited, everything's great, I just signed a client, and then down, nothing's happening, I don't have any sales conversations on my schedule, what's wrong, why can't I find anybody, I seem to be doing everything right, and then, oh, I just signed a client, everything is great, and so on. So if you do this every time, you are miscreating in your business, never mind you're putting yourself emotionally through a ringer. So stop worrying about what other people think, show up no matter what, be masterful about how you're handling your emotional waves. And yeah, sometimes you're going to do things in your business that you don't like. We don't always like to go and respond to an email, but we have to because we committed. So then you find a higher reason for that response and then work with your internal dislike. The same thing with posting or videos or whatever, marketing. If every time you don't like something, you use that as an excuse to not do it, you cannot have a business that scales, okay? That does not mean that you have to always do stuff you don't like. Of course not. The whole point of running your own business is that you align that business with yourself and that you mostly do things you do like. But any business, nobody wakes up every single morning super excited about doing all the business things. I have not met that person. It does not exist, in my opinion. Everybody has some days that they're super into it and some days when they maybe not so much, especially if you're a spiritual person who's sensitive, who's emotional, maybe you have your creativity, inspiration waves, and so on. It's all good, but you have to learn to be masterful about how you handle it in order to actually run your business correctly. Okay? And the third thing, the simplicity. This means that instead of multiple programs and selling all these many things, you need to focus on something simple. Focus on one higher ticket program. This is what I did, and this is what allowed me to generate a lot of income. This is what I teach my clients, how to upgrade their program from lower level to a premium level program. Not just by adding more zeros to the price, that's out of integrity, but actually by upgrading yourself to a premium level coach, actually upgrading your program to a premium level program, and then how to sell that correctly so that correct people who are committed to doing the work and can afford to pay you come into your world. Okay? That's an important adjustment instead of complicating and building more funnels and whatever it is that you might have learned that you need to do. You don't need to do any of that. You need to have some basic structures, but most of my clients, as far as technology, maybe have something that costs $10-20 a month. That's it. And this is it for their whole business. Some of them don't even have virtual assistants. Some might have one VA. That's it. And they're generating a lot of income. I have one VA part-time. Otherwise, everything is just automations. So simplicity is the key to get to much higher income than this, maybe small, like $1,000 a month or whatever it is that you're getting. Okay. So, you might think that you have to be like a special kind of a person or something to get there. And in my opinion, to some extent, that is true. You have to know in your being that, yeah, I'm meant for bigger things. Yeah, I'm that 1% of a person, that super unique, unusual, unicorn type, but I am willing to do the work. I'm willing to show up. If you're that kind of a person, I invite you to apply to work with me because those are my kind of clients. Those are the people I work with. Those are the people who are so committed to their soul mission, but they want to be well resourced financially to be able to go deep with their clients. They want to be able to speak clearly and articulate the value of their intangible work in such a way that just compels people to come to them. So you become magnetic in who you're bringing through But you also have structures, which is the sort of a masculine side of the business, right? Versus the attracting, which is more feminine. So in the masculine side of the business, you do need to have structures and systems and sequences. But they are simple and they are not cookie cutter ideas. They are something that is adjusted and matching and tailored to you. So everything is customized. So if you are that 1% of a person, if you know in your being like, hey, I am the most different person out there, the work I do is really, really awesome. I'm seeing clients right now. I'm getting awesome results, but I'm right now maybe at 3,000 a month, and I really envision myself at 10,000, 20,000, maybe even 100,000 a month. That's what I want to do. And I feel myself aligned to having programs that cost 5,000 to 15,000 or something like that. I just have no idea how to do that, or how do I find those high ticket clients? How do I make the jump from where I am here to there? Then definitely apply to work with me. So put the word in the comments, I am ready. And then I will message you and we can connect. And then I will show you what is possible for your business. So we'll set up a business soul strategy call. It's a free conversation. I will look at your business. You will tell me what's going on in your business. We'll have a discussion about it. I'll show you what I'm seeing because I'm clairvoyant, so I can see things that maybe you're missing being on the inside. So sometimes it's easier to see from the outside. And then I can show you what's standing between you now and that multiple six-figure vision that you have for your business in a way that is soul aligned and matching who you are, so that you actually can create the type of future that you are looking for. So you might think that it requires a lot of time and energy and education and certifications and everything to get to being able to be a high-ticket coach. And I'm telling you, nobody cares about certifications. Nobody cares about all this stuff you have practiced, learned, and who certified you. What people care about is, are you genuine? Are you real? Can I trust you? Are you an actual person who had results within yourself? Are you a master? Like, I'm a master of everything that I teach. I stand by everything that I say. I never teach anything that I myself have not experienced. You know, everything that I do is based on my own work or the work of my clients. So it is an experience-based mentoring. So if you're the type of person who's thinking, I need to have somebody else to approve of me, like get a certification or whatever, in order to do the work, that is not true. What you need to do is actually approve of yourself and stand in your soul power, which is about truly embodying your expertise, truly embodying why you're here and what you're meant to do. Without that, you cannot have a multi-six-figure business. Embodiment of your power is important, but also business structures and marketing language. When you can translate this multidimensional speak of the energetics into a linear human speak, so that human beings can understand why they need to sign up with you. This is why it's so important. So must embody, must speak from that place. And it does not have to take forever. You know, I have clients who started at, $100 sessions and now selling $12,000 programs. I have clients who started by selling $3,000 packages or something like that when they came to me, that's individual package. And now they filling their program with $8,000 clients. It's a group program that's actually costs more than their private program. So all of this is an internal adjustment and it is possible for you. So if you are that coach that is a spiritual conscious person and you are very highly self-aware and you do incredible work and you are seeing paying clients right now and those clients are having amazing results working with you and you see yourself as that 1% that is unique and amazing and awesome and meant to change the consciousness on this planet. You just don't know how to get to that bigger vision from where you are. I'm your person. Let's have a conversation. So put I am in below in the comments, put the link in the description of this video so that you can see how you can get from where you are now to where you want to be by talking with me, because I can look at your business and show you exactly what you need to get there. Okay, so I'm so looking forward to talking with you. Hopefully I will see you soon.